Welcome to a new episode of the Empower Her podcast. Can I tell you today one habit that has made me so much happier this year? It's not money, it's not working more, it's not going out more, it's not losing weight. It's literally by paying attention to everything around me. All the little things. So, somewhere along the way, I started treating joy like a reward, like I had to earn it. I always told myself when life slows down or after the recital, I'll get to it. But what if joy is not supposed to wait? I am convinced that we are saving way too much for later in life. And I want you to think, when was the last time you did something spontaneous just to make you smile? The best way I can help you jump into romanticizing your life is just think about you as the main character in a movie and all the little things that are perfectly aligned around this main character that's always happening to her. That's what you want to look for in your life. Not because it was productive or it made you money, but simply because you enjoyed doing it. I'm going to say something a little bit silly, but romanticizing my life has made me so much more happier. So I used to think romanticizing your life was just a TikTok trend, and then I realized it's actually a mindset. Imagine if your random Tuesday felt just as special as a vacation. I think that's actually possible. I realized that I was really good at building a life, but I wasn't being good at enjoying it because I was always working towards the next goal or the next event or the next weekend. And then I'm like, no, I'm going to try this romanticizing thing a little bit and see if it actually works. What is romanticizing your life? I will tell you. Romanticizing life means deliberately shifting your perspective to find beauty, significance, and emotional value in the mundane. Instead of waiting for major milestones, you act as the main character in your own story, appreciating simple daily rituals like your morning coffee or an evening stroll. There you go. Google said it itself. Okay, so at first I thought romanticizing your life was a little bit cheesy, but the more that I leaned into it, the more I realized it's not just about pretending that your life is perfect. It's just about noticing all the little things around you that are already happening that should be celebrated or at least documented. And when I say documented, I don't say to post pictures to brag about what you're doing. When I'm documenting things in my life, I'm honestly doing it to capture that moment. And I took a cute picture the other day because I loved the way my coffee cup blended in with the furniture in the background and the light was coming in just so perfectly. And I shared it to my story because I thought it was pretty. That's it. Not to show off that I was drinking this really fabulous coffee because I wasn't. It was just a Keurig pod from my kitchen and I was in my house against a wall, but I just thought it looked nice. So I shared it because it made me happy. So if you are wondering how to romanticize your life, I'm going to give you a list of things that I look for in my day that help me be a little bit more happier. Okay, so the first area is romanticizing your environment. I talked about this a little bit in my last episode, how I light a candle warmer in my room, or I put my projector on with some ambiance and some cool lighting. And it just makes me realize how much your environment affects your mood. So, other things that I can add to that is having a pretty water bottle or mug to drink your coffee out of. I am always super intentional about what coffee mug or water bottle that I'm using. Sometimes it has to match my outfit. Sometimes it's just about the vibe that I'm feeling today. Today I went with a gold cup because I just thought it was cute and doesn't have a funny saying on it or anything. I'm just feeling elevated and cutesy today. So this is what I went with. Another thing I like to do to romanticize my life is to take videos of little moments that are happening in my day. I think a great spot to put these in if you want to post them. Otherwise, in your camera roll is just as fine and you can look at them at the end of the day. I think that's really cute. But I love Instagram stories for this. Number one, it strings them all together for you. So after you post, you can just look through all of them in order. And your stories only go to your followers. So it's not like you're posting publicly for everybody to see unless you have a public profile. So you don't have to worry about strangers watching your videos. You can also create close friends story on your Instagram. So it can only go to one or two people. Maybe you and your best friends create a close friends group and you send it to each other. And then you know that it's only going to one or two close friends. I think that's a great way to romanticize your day and look for the beauty in the little moments. Another thing that I like to do to romanticize my life is to wear matching pajama sets. I know that's so silly, but I used to go to bed in just like a t shirt and shorts. And when I started looking for comfy, soft, cozy matching pajama sets, it just makes you feel so much more elevated when going to bed. You feel so cute and you have your cup of tea and your Kindle, and it just makes you feel a lot more main character. So I highly recommend getting a cutesy pair of pajamas. You know who has really cute matching PJ sets that are very, very affordable is Urban Planet. I highly recommend checking them out. Another tip I have to romanticize your life is to try to create some rituals in your life, whether that be your morning routine, whether it be when you're putting on your makeup, trying to really be present in all of those moments and find meaning in all of those small things can really help. Another weird thing that I like to do is plate my meals. So I feel like I am at a restaurant. I try to put a little bit more purpose into plating my food instead of just throwing it all on there. If you make it look a little bit aesthetic looking, it kind of makes you feel a little bit more fancy if you take time to plate your meal on a beautiful plate, or maybe use the fancy dishes that you only pull out when you have company over. I got a really beautiful tea set from my family that was passed down from my great grandmother, my grandmother, my aunts, and I love making tea in them. They used to sit in a closet in these velvet bags for so long, and then I finally brought them out and started using them for my tea. Another thing I do to romanticize my life is I wear a ton of matching sets. They're so comfy. They make you feel super put together, and every store has them now. I got this set on Amazon. It's a two piece. It's so comfy. But if you pair it with a cute bag and some nice shoes, you can really make the look more elevated. Another thing I love to do with my daughters actually is romanticize certain experiences. So sometimes when we're in the mood to go shopping, but I don't want to spend a lot of money, we compile all of our gift cards that we've been saving and we go on this shopping spree where we shop at the stores we have our gift cards to, and we always leave feeling extra sassy and excited for all of our new items, but we didn't spend any money. Another thing I love doing is trying different local coffee shops. In Hamilton, they have this Hamilton coffee passport that my friend Vanessa and I have. And we haven't gone lately, so this is my cue to reach out to her and check another one out. But they have a whole bunch of local coffee shops, and your goal is to check off each one that you go to, and you can rate the coffee. They give you ideas on what to order, and it's really a fun way to discover your city and also jump into new places that you normally wouldn't have gone to visit. Another thing I absolutely love, and this stems beyond me trying to romanticize my life, but I'm a big sunset girly. Like, I literally follow them in my car sometimes just so I can get a good view. And documenting sunsets for me has been an awesome way to find joy in the little things. And I actually, along this journey, have found this really cool app called Sunsets, and you can take a picture every day. It sets a reminder on your phone to take a picture. I think it's 30 minutes before the sun is to set in your area, and it creates a journal for you of all of your photos. But what's extra cool is you can go in and you can see other people's sunset pictures from that day, and it has their location, so you can see what it looked like from literally all around the world. I will tag the app below so you can check it out. In the end, romanticizing your life isn't about spending more money. It's about creating little moments that remind you that life shouldn't be on hold until everything is perfect. Your life is happening right now, and you deserve to enjoy it while you're living it. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I would love for you to reach out to me and let me know how you have romanticized your life and made everything just a little bit more happier. Until next time.